Now, one of the big complaints emerging from some of the locals on these fire grounds is that not enough has been done to maintain clear fire trails and fire breaks during the non-summer seasons. It's been raised several times in at least 2 states. Now, there's also complaints about not enough hazard reduction being done, but given the fact that we only reduce hazards about 22 days of the year, they are the only seasonable and weather-privy days that you can do such work. It's almost a needle in a haystack job. So I would have thought, though, the priority should be on maintaining traditional fire trails and fire breaks, which have in the past proved to be successful in both fighting fires and bringing fires to a perimeter. I wanted to get the truth on that tonight, and I've been in contact with a local from near Bungendore. And joining me now is Penny Allinson. Penny joins us from Bungendore, where fires are also burning in that region, but Penny's family isn't under threat. She is upset, though, that a lack of action from national parks in terms of managing fuel loads and maintaining these fire breaks have actually assisted some of the fires to continue. Penny, thank you very much for your time on the telephone.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm very, very well. Tell us where your family resides and what kind of fire threats are happening just outside of Bungendore.
We're sort of the northern end of the Tallanganda National Park, about 16 k's east of Bungendore. We've been there for probably about 8 years, and it's been an ongoing sort of an issue, which it's an inevitable that this was going to happen. I think with like many of the sort of the parks, with the drought as well as the fuel load that's in there. So we've been, like many people, I think they're sort of trying to push for some fire breaks to be put in. With it hasn't progressed anywhere over the years. And the last sort of conversation was, back at the beginning of the year.
So explain this to me. You've been there for 8 years. In that time over 8 years, is there work done on fire breaks and fire trails in that national park at all?
Not to our knowledge, nowhere near where we are. We've got about a 4.5 kilometre boundary with the northern end of the Tallanganda Ranges, with the national park, and the fuel load up against our boundary fence alone has been intense, and we've asked for fire breaks to be put in between the boundaries there, and they've always sort of said it again. It's funding. There's always been a reason to not do it, but nothing has been done.
See, I would have thought you could do something simple like maintain a fire break and make sure that it doesn't become potentially flammable. You can do that any day of the year. You can even do it in summer. It's not weather dependent. Who have you asked to have this work done?
Well, the locals, there's been, we've had a great ranger who's been a local ranger on the ground, but again, it obviously has to sort of work its way up to the top.
So this is national parks. You've gone direct to the local national parks officers.
Absolutely, and it just doesn't progress any further than to whoever each of these individuals answer to. The last one was we had an environmental assessment done, and there's apparently a rare or endangered orchid in the area, which I sort of doubt exists now because it's all burnt out.
Hang on. An endangered orchid was used as an excuse not to maintain a fire break?
Well, to not even implement a fire break between us, because at our end there actually is no fire trails. We border also the North Black Range, and really that whole northern end has not got any access to fire trails, so that's a big portion. So
what about the local fireys? They would be complaining because they can't actually get into that area from where you are to fight a fire.
Well, that's where they used our place as the access route. So essentially a fire trail was created prior to the fire hitting that linked North Black Range round to Forbes Creek.
So if it's not an excuse that an orchid can't be touched and it's very, very extinct, the other excuse is, we don't have the money to maintain fire trails or create fire trails.
Or create fire trails, yeah. That's basically the answer we've been getting the whole time.
As I say, this is not weather dependent, and if you don't have enough money to put a fire trail in or a fire break, is it any wonder you've got fires in the area and the fires are often uncontrollable?
Well, yeah, absolutely. And then I suppose also the other side of it is we're now left with, we're trying to negotiate. It's hit a wall, but we're trying to negotiate also the clean-up process, because obviously they needed to create a fire trail and containment line using our farm as the only accessible point. So that was kilometres of fencing has been damaged from it, but also fences cut and graders put in to create these trails and containment lines. And we've basically been told we need to get a loan to repair it all.
With so many national parks in a state like New South Wales, you just wonder how widespread an excuse this is in other parts of the state.
I think it's statewide. From what I'm hearing from other people and friends who live in other parts, that it's across the board.
Okay. Penny, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.